Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is not going to be about the usual subject matter. I believe I have found a flaw in the way that the Covert Movement skill levels up in Escape from Tarkov. This patch has been full of surprises. One in particular that really bugged me was the speed at which my Covert Movement skill was going up. At the time of the making of this video, my Covert Movement skill is level 41. That far surpasses the level of any of my other skills at this time. I haven't been using air filters to boost skill gain, and we're only 37 days into the wipe cycle. A little over a month in, and I've almost maxed out this skill. To further stress how crazy this is, know that my Covert Movement skill wasn't this high after 6 or so months of playing point 11. Now you may be thinking to yourself, he must have focused this skill. Well, I haven't. You may be thinking, he must play this game very slow. Well, I don't at all. Ask any of the people I play with, I run around like a maniac. I tote myself as an aggressive player. I have a good friend who plays EFT as much as I do, and last wipe it was funny to see our strength and endurance skills in particular. He's a slower paced, sneak and walk around kind of player, while I again see myself as an aggressive, run at you kind of player. Our strength and endurance skills were almost completely switched. He had much higher strength and covert movement, while I had higher endurance. This made sense because you level endurance from literally running, while strength and covert movement you level from walking and sneaking. This wipe the skills are shaping out to be the same. I have more endurance while he has higher strength. The problem this time is that my covert movement is way above his. This is when I started to think something may be wrong. I just don't do much of anything in Tarkov that could be considered covertly moving, so I didn't understand why this was happening. It dawned on me yesterday that all wipe I had been noticing something weird. Almost every single time my covert movement skill actually levels is coincidentally right when I stop a sprint. I've done a little science experiment and I think I figured out the cause of my rapid skill gain. Before I explain what I think is the bug, I want to talk about how covert movement is leveled. In short, this is the skill that you level by moving slower than your normal walking speed. I wanted to be thorough here, so I did several tests to see what levels your covert movement, how much it levels, and how long it takes to level. I'm using a fixed trail between point A and point B, so we keep distance the same for all trials. The variable here will be how fast I get there and what stance I'm using, whether it be standing, crouching, or proning. I'll start with an all-out sprint and work my way down from there. Again, I want to be thorough here. Starting with a fully standing all-out sprint, walking with 2 ticks on the speaker icon, and then walking with 1 tick gained me 0 points. No surprise there. Walking while standing with the 0 ticks on the speaker gained me 2.2 skill points in 1 minute and 31 seconds. Walking while standing at the absolute slowest speed gave me 2.3 points in 2 minutes 24 seconds. Since we don't have that 100th spot in our skill points, it's safe to assume these two things level you about the same. So it's worth noting you don't have to be walking the absolute slowest speed possible to level covert movement. Next, we tried crouching. Moving at max speed crouch, which was 1 tick on the speaker, gained me no points and took me 1 minute 44. Moving down to 0 ticks on the speaker, we gained 2.2 in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Moving the slowest speed while crouching gave me 2.3 in 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Yikes. Once again, moving at the speed of right when you hit 0 ticks is the most efficient way to level, even more so when fully standing. I also tested how much prone movement helped. At full speed prone, I gained 0 points. I actually couldn't get below 1 tick on the speaker, so even at the slowest prone speed, I gained 0 points. After all this testing, so far the fastest, most efficient way to level covert movement is standing up walking at 0 ticks on the speaker speed. That gave us the most points in the shortest amount of time. So naturally, next thing I did was take off literally all of my gear and try walking at 0 ticks to see if that changed anything. You'll be happy to know I gained 2.2 points in 1 minute and 32 seconds. It doesn't make it any better not to use gear here. That's a relief. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, the problem I have with covert movement. Remember when I said mine had been leveling every time I stop a sprint? I had an idea of what was going on here. I tested what I call stutter stepping. Basically, I do a full stamina bar's worth of sprint, but I rapidly tap the sprint key so I start and stop running repeatedly. Oddly enough, this leveled my covert movement skill. Not even by a little bit. If you take the amount of points I gained in one sprint, 0.8, which took me 41 seconds, and double it to better match with the current best way to level covert movement, I could gain 1.6 points in 1 minute and 22 seconds of stutter stepping. That's pretty close to the 2.2 points we gained in 1 minute and 32 seconds of slow walking. The problem here is I'm leveling a skill that's supposed to be based around stealth and slow movements by bolting across maps. Any way I look at it, it's not right. I don't think this was intentional intentional, and I believe it has something to do with the speaker icon when you're stutter stepping. It jumps from loudest to quietest rapidly, and I think it's bugging out the game in some way. I naturally start and stop sprinting a lot when I play Tarkov. Call it restlessness, call it stupid. It's something that I do that I haven't seen a lot of others do. This explains why my skill has been going up so fast in comparison to all my buddies. Well guys, that's it. That's the video. I hope I've shed some light on this possible bug and you guys got some enjoyment out of listening to my findings. Remember to like and subscribe for future content, and no, I stream on Twitch 6 days a week, so feel free to drop by and discuss this with me or just say hello. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.